Oh, this is a short video to discuss VFR navigation using the DR principle, that is the compass, clock and map, and the use of a product produced in Australia called the NavAidRule that takes the headaches out of DR navigation. This is the brochure we prepared, and you can get that at www.scifiber.com. If you don't want to have a look at it there. That's just a brochure. Now let's get to the practical use of the Scifiber's NavAidRule. There it is, a plastic rule plotter which takes the sweat out of DR navigation. I know the modern VFR pilot is persistently uses GPS, and most light aircraft now have an autopilot. So the days of you being a pilot seem to have gone. You're really a cockpit manager. But it'd be nice to go out and show your skills as a pilot and be able to navigate by directing. And I'll show you an example of the use of the NavAidRule in simplifying that process. Here I have a map, and I've drawn a track from a place called Loxton up here down to Aldinga Beach. That's the track we want to fly, and we're going to do it by directing. Okay, before you depart, of course, you measure the magnetic heading, you apply deviation or variation, and you apply the wind to establish a heading you're going to fly, and the distance and the ground speed and ETA. Okay, you get into the aircraft, away you go, flying a heading that you've predetermined. You fly that heading, and by visual navigation you find yourself a fix at a place called Mannum. Now if you're going to continue that way from Loxton, you're not going to end up at the beach, are you? You're going to have to do something. This is where the NavAidRule comes into its own. You place the centre point on your fix, Mannum. You run the baseline back to your departure point, Loxton, and you read off the number of degrees and the direction you have to turn to get your destination, Aldinga Beach. In this case, it is about 7 degrees left, and you've got about 46 nautical miles to run. So you immediately turn your aircraft 7 left and you'll come over your destination. Let's assume you were the other side of track. You've got to fix at a place over the city of Murray Bridge. Same procedure, except you turn the rule around. That's your fix there, Murray Bridge. That's where you've come from. Okay, departure point. In this case, you need to turn right 15 degrees, and you'll be there in about 38 nautical miles. How simple. How simple. Now without that plotter, how do you work it out? Because if you continue the way you're going, there's no way you're going to be at your destination. You're lost. Every pilot should be able to satisfactorily navigate by DR, and if every pilot should have a NavAidRule in their flight bag. We do have a variation, and that's called the NavAid Plus, and in this case it's got a prayer wheel, the centre for working out ground speeds and distances, and its scale is designed in this case for sec charts, whereas this scale is for whack charts, but the principle is the same. Principle, whether you're using that rule or that rule, the principle is the same. So can I recommend that you go to that site? You can purchase the rules from that site and show your skills as a pilot, not as a cockpit manager.